Welcome folks, this is Wayne here, yet another YouTube outdoor and gear review channel. Today I want to talk about multi-tools, specifically my multi-tools. I don't have too many, but those are my better ones. I have them stored in every corner and aspect of my life. Well, multi-tools are kind of questionable financial investments. Some of them approach $100. And well, for that money you could get a whole toolbox with full-size tools, and you could get jobs done, way bigger jobs done in a way more efficient manner than when you buy such a small multi-tool. But of course, multi-tools are portable. There is a danger with multi-tools. If you get known as the guy that has a multi-tool, then people will first laugh at you. It's kind of nerdy, right? You think you're a little MacGyver or something like that. But that's not a problem, because we know why we carry multi-tools, right? This is a survival essential, and you want to be the handyman, you want to be the guy that saves the day. That is a very dangerous mentality, because then people will always come to you and expect you to have a solution for a lot of problems. They will ask for your multi-tool or for your multi-tool related services. And then when they find out you have a flashlight, they expect that you always have a flashlight. So once you start carrying a multi-tool and people realize you're the guy with the multi-tools, then they expect you to have a multi-tool, and then it comes kind of like you need to live up to those expectations. You kind of like you're pushed into that mold, which is beneficial in one way, but it's also a kind of pressure. Just to let you know, if you start carrying that stuff, then you need to start living up to the expectations of your peer group. You're the guy with the multi-tool, with the flashlight, with the rope, with the full-size knife, with the flamethrower, with the high-powered laser, all kinds of stuff. You know where I'm going to. Now, anyways, so you want to be the handyman, you want to be prepared, you need a multi-tool, even though it's ridiculously expensive compared to just buying full-size tools. Let me start with my oldest multi-tool. 10 years ago I bought the Leatherman Skeletool. That is the old version of the Skeletool. If you just want to buy one multi-tool and one knife, yeah, you're gonna lose it anyway, so you have to rebuy it. But if you just want to buy one of these, you should buy the Skeletool. It has a nice smooth operation, it's very small and lightweight. It has the essential tool that you really need. It has very capable little pliers. It has a screwdriver. You have those flat bits that you will continually lose, because Leatherman designed it in a way that you will lose it and then you have to buy it again. This is nice too. This is the way the company stays in business. No, I think they fixed it with newer versions. There are so many versions of this tool now. I got it for under 40 euros. Now they start at 60 or 70 at least. And the more expensive editions, they have a better steel and they run for more than 100 euros or $110. You can put a spare bits in here, which is quite nice. So you have your most necessary screwdrivers with you, capable little plier, and a great knife. It has exactly the right size. This is super dull, my word, what a shame. But I put this through some hard use over the years. It has held up great. And nowadays it's more like a secondary tool. It is typically in my emergency or bug out bag. Yeah, I have a bug out bag. This is very nerdy too, but actually that is the suggestion of the local authorities to have something like that. So you should follow up on that. Be prepared. Another multi-tool that I got recently in the States, because in Europe this thing, the CRKT Bivy, costs $100 or 90 something like 90 euros. In the States I got it for like 30, and it really is worth more like 30. The best thing about this multi-tool is ta-da, it is just nice. Like, I could do that all day. The pliers deploy automatically, one-handed operation, but then the pliers don't open very far, not very wide, so not too useful if you have to grab something bigger. Also, they're not too comfortable if you want to exert more force, so they're less than awesome in my opinion. The best thing about this tool is the blade. The blade is yeah, it's a Tanto style. This is like a chisel, has a great grind. It has yeah, a very potent grind. You can easily cut things. As the serrations are large, so you can get work done with this blade, and I have gotten work done with it. It also has other tools. It has this tool that is more like, I think, for mountaineers to splice open a rope or something like that. Well, you can think of other uses for that, of course. Will come in handy outdoors, although its use unusual. All the tools are arrested, so they will not collapse on you. You have your standard Phillips and a flathead screwdriver, and that's pretty much it with this tool. So it's rather bulky, but with good basic functionality. It's just not very pretty. I mean, this is like cheap plastic. So this is not even rubber. It's really just cheap plastic. For the price of 90 euros in Europe, you would expect carbon fiber, Titan scales, or something like that. No, just joking. At least aluminum or steel would be nice. Now, this one is the Leatherman Rev. This was a gift by my loving wife, an anniversary gift. And this multi-tool is hanging around my desk all the time. I use it often. It's super basic. Again, just the screwdrivers here. It is a bit of slow. I mean, it has capable pliers. I like that. It's a bit of slow multi-tool. You can open the blade, but you need two hands for that, so two-handed opening. It's needs a lot of force to push it in. It's of course not spring-loaded, but it has all the basic tools and even a file, which I appreciate very much. So this is also a great, very basic multi-tool. Bit heavier than the Skeleton tool, so not as EDC friendly, I'd say. Okay, so then we have the Ganso G302H. Now this is a full-size multi-tool, or what I would call a full-size multi-tool. Spring-loaded pliers. You can even exchange the wire cutters. So very capable pliers, I like that. Every single tool on the Ganso can be arrested, or is arrested automatically if you deploy it. You need to push that back, then you can collapse it again. The knife is very easy to access and deploy, so this is great. You even have a knife that is specialized in serrations, also easy to deploy. So very high cutting power, very difficult of course to resharpen, at least in the field. Yeah, it also takes standard bits that, you know, have a bit hole and everything in its pouch. This is my only criticism. The bits that come with that, they're not very good. It's very difficult to put them in and everything. So this is a very good quality tool for a very good price point, like under 40 euros. I think I got it for 25 or something like that. So great price on that tool, very high quality, only some very little imperfections, but great design. A very classic multi-tool, but of course heavier. It's a full-size multi-tool. Now this is my flagship multi-tool, the Gerber center drive. Range is about 100 euros. Got it for it's like 65 bucks on a sale, and that's really what I would like to spend on that. So center drive, because the screwdriver is centered, so it's not off center, so that makes for a comfortable, efficient operation of the screwdriver. Screwdriver has a very strong magnet, standard bits, so this is something that you really can work with. So it's really not just for emergency, you really would like to work with that. Lightweight construction, I like this. It's kind of organic. It's like the sinews and muscles. No, anyways, this is very nice. You open it like this, so the pliers come out, very capable pliers, open wide. You can exchange the wire cutters, so that's no problem with this one. You can also slide it open like this, but that never works on camera. There's some kind of mechanism that prevents that. Let me try. Nope, that. If you would be a cool guy and no. Again, this is this mechanism that would prevent it from deploying like this on camera. I don't know where it is hidden, but it's hidden somewhere, I'm sure. Now, anyways, if you open it like this, you have a very capable file. You can close it again, and wow, you have a multi-tool that can file down I don't know, a battleship, I guess. So this feels super. It feels like it's really meant to work, and not just for a day, but for a long time. So again, this is arrested. You pull that back, it comes back in. Oh, you have a little pry bar. So on a daily basis, then you would carry a pry bar. You're gonna be the guy with a pry bar, which is awesome. You want to be known as the guy with a little pry bar. That's super. You can also open a beer can with that, I guess, or a small door. Now, you will find uses when the time has come to find some solution for some tricky problem that only you can solve. It's awesome. Of course, we have all the basic tools. We have our spare bits. This is a flat hat. I think I have the Phillips in there. Yeah, there's the Phillips in there. It says, just in case you weren't sure, Gerber, made in USA. So a lot of quality products come from the US. My wife comes from the US, very high quality, no complaints about that. I love her dearly. So this one, I'm sure, will not have complaints either. The Gerber multi-tool, Gerber center drive. Yeah, the blade easily opens, super long, super sharp blade. And it's black. I mean, it's awesome. But of course, any lateral forces will kill this blade quickly. It's just, it feels a little bit delicate, and it also has a little bit of blade play, but definitely very capable for the intended purpose, to cut. For everything else, you have a little pry bar in there, right? If you want to pry. So this is my flagship multi-tool, the Gerber center drive. So this is my little collection of multi-tools, different multi-tools for different purposes. But if you're not sure, there are those 10 to 20 bucks multi-tools that you can buy in the supermarket these days. And I've had a few of these as well, and I think I have a few of these laying around in different places, and they work just fine. So if you are in a certain situation, you just need a tool, they work just fine. It's just not as comfortable to work with them on a more constant basis. But to just have them as backup, it's fine. You don't need to spend a whole lot of money. Again, the best deal probably on all of these is the Ganso multi-tool. That's very neat. So if you're on a budget and still want good quality, you might go with the Ganso. If you just need one multi-tool or one knife, the Ganso, I mean the Leatherman Skelly tool is awesome. I just really like that. And everything else, especially this is a full-size tool. I carry it on my work backpack, where it's most likely that it will be needed, like during a night shift or so. So other than that, I would not carry it around in a pocket. You would need to carry it on a belt or so. It's not as practical. So for me, this is probably my favorite one. And well, I hope you enjoyed this multi-tool talk. Some things to think about. And this was Wear and Tear, over and out. Bye bye.